In the bustling heart of New York City, a young man cultivated an ambition unlike many of his peers. Timothée Chalamet, with his striking features and intense gaze, was not chasing the conventional path to Hollywood stardom. Instead, even in his formative years, he gravitated towards narratives of depth and complexity, quietly preparing for a career that would challenge industry norms. His journey would be defined by deliberate choices, an introverted intensity, and an unwavering commitment to artistic integrity, rather than immediate commercial appeal. He was an artist, first and foremost, in an industry often driven by spectacle. Born to a French father and an American mother, Chalamet's roots were as diverse as his future roles. His talent found an early home at LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts. Here, amidst a vibrant community of young artists, his unique blend of sensitivity and quiet intensity began to take shape. While his classmates dreamed of instant fame, Chalamet was honing his craft, absorbing every lesson, and cultivating a deep appreciation for the nuance of performance. This period was crucial, a foundation built on artistic exploration rather than commercial ambition. His earliest professional credits included guest spots on Law and Order and a recurring role on Homeland. These were conventional television roles, offering exposure but not necessarily the artistic challenges he sought. Then came Christopher Nolan's Interstellar in 2014. While a supporting role, working on a major blockbuster set with a visionary director like Nolan provided invaluable insight into the mechanics of large-scale filmmaking. It was a taste of the commercial world, an experience that would later inform his deliberate pivot towards more unconventional projects, understanding what he truly wanted to pursue. After Interstellar, many actors might have sought similar high-profile, high-paying roles. But Chalamet made a different choice. He consciously opted for a series of independent, artistically driven films, often with lower budgets and less guaranteed visibility. This was not a passive decision, it was a strategic one. He gravitated towards challenging scripts and directors known for their unique visions, valuing the opportunity to stretch his acting muscles over commercial success. This path was high risk, but for Chalamet, the artistic reward far outweighed the uncertainty, defining his unconventional trajectory. The year was 2017, and a film called Call Me by Your Name premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. It was a quiet, intimate coming-of-age story set in the Italian countryside, directed by Luca Guadagnino. Timothée Chalamet, then only 21, took on the lead role of Elio Perlman. This role was a culmination of his previous choices, a deeply emotional, nuanced performance that demanded vulnerability and authenticity. It was the antithesis of a Hollywood blockbuster, a film driven by character and atmosphere, and it would change everything for him. Luca Guadagnino wasn't just a director, he was a collaborator who understood the delicate emotional landscape of the film's characters. Chalamet immersed himself in the role, learning Italian and piano, embodying Elio with remarkable depth. This collaboration was crucial, allowing Chalamet the freedom to explore and inhabit the character fully. It exemplified his preference for working with directors who fostered genuine artistic partnership, rather than simply following instructions. This was where his introverted intensity truly shone, translating complex inner worlds onto the screen. The critical reception for Call Me by Your Name was rapturous. And then came the unprecedented. At just 22 years old, Timothée Chalamet received an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. He was the youngest nominee in that category in nearly 80 years. This wasn't a result of a massive studio campaign or a big-budget spectacle, it was purely on the strength of his raw, captivating performance in an independent film. The nomination solidified his status as a serious talent, an indie darling who had broken through on his own terms. The Oscar nomination brought a new level of scrutiny and opportunity. The world was watching, and the offers undoubtedly poured in. Yet, Chalamet remained steadfast in his artistic philosophy. He didn't immediately jump to superhero franchises or romantic comedies. Instead, he continued to seek out challenging, character-driven roles with acclaimed directors. This period was a test of his resolve, proving that his earlier choices were not a fluke, but a deeply ingrained commitment to the kind of cinema he believed in. he was consolidating his identity as an actor. Even before his Oscar nomination, 2017 saw him collaborate with another visionary, Greta Gerwig, in her critically acclaimed directorial debut, Lady Bird. As Kyle Skybel, a cynical, intellectual high schooler, Chalamet perfectly captured the angsty charm of youth. This role, while supporting, further showcased his ability to inhabit complex, often flawed characters, and his eagerness to work with emerging auteur directors. It cemented his reputation as an actor who consistently sought out meaningful stories, regardless of their scale, reinforcing his unique brand in Hollywood. The following year, 2018, saw him in Beautiful Boy, another emotionally demanding role as a young man struggling with addiction. Here, he once again delved into the raw, painful reality of a character, working alongside Steve Carell. These choices continued to define his niche, an actor willing to explore the darker, more challenging aspects of the human experience on screen. Each film, carefully selected, built upon the last, cementing his reputation for gravitas and depth in a world often saturated with superficial performances. He was building a compelling, unconventional filmography. In 2019, Chalamet reunited with Greta Gerwig for her adaptation of Little Women. As Laurie Lawrence, he brought a youthful exuberance and romantic longing to the beloved character. While still an artistically driven film, Little Women had broader commercial appeal than some of his previous work. It showed his versatility, proving he could shine in ensemble pieces that reached a wider audience, without compromising his commitment to strong narrative and character. It was a step towards bridging the gap between his indie roots and mainstream recognition. His string of collaborations with acclaimed directors continued when he joined the star-studded ensemble of Wes Anderson's The French Dispatch in 2021. In a quirky, visually distinctive film, Chalamet held his own amongst a pantheon of established actors. Working with Anderson, known for his meticulous and highly stylized vision, demonstrated Chalamet's adaptability and his continued desire to work with filmmakers who pushed artistic boundaries. He was becoming a director's actor, a magnet for those with a singular artistic voice, regardless of the commercial prospects of the project. Then came the announcement that sent ripples through Hollywood. Timothée Chalamet was cast as Paul Atreides in Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of Dune. This was a monumental shift. After years of carefully curated independent films, Chalamet was stepping into a colossal science fiction epic, a potential tentpole franchise. This wasn't a commercial sellout, it was a carefully considered move. The appeal lay not in the guaranteed box office, but in the opportunity to collaborate with a director of Villeneuve's caliber on a story of immense cultural significance and artistic ambition, but on a grand scale. Denis Villeneuve, known for his cerebral and visually stunning science fiction films like Arrival and Blade Runner 2049, was the perfect director to helm Dune. His approach to genre filmmaking elevates it beyond spectacle, imbuing it with depth and thematic resonance. For Chalamet, working with Villeneuve was another opportunity to engage in a profound artistic partnership, even on a blockbuster scale. It was a testament to his philosophy, the director's vision, the script's complexity, and the character's journey remained paramount, regardless of the film's budget or potential reach. Stepping onto the vast, desolate sets of Dune was a stark contrast to the intimate, low-budget productions he was accustomed to. The scale was immense, the green screen work extensive, and the physical demands rigorous. Yet, Chalamet approached it with the same dedication and intensity he brought to his indie roles. He trained for months, learning fight choreography and embodying the weight of Paul Atreides' destiny. This was his transformation from indie darling to a blockbuster leading man, executed not by abandoning his principles, but by applying them to a larger canvas. When Dune finally premiered in 2021, it was a critical and commercial triumph. Audiences worldwide flocked to cinemas, captivated by its epic scope and Chalamet's nuanced portrayal of Paul Atreides. The film grossed over $400 million globally, cementing his status as a legitimate box office draw. He had successfully navigated the treacherous transition from indie darling to blockbuster star, proving that an actor could command both artistic respect and commercial success without compromising their core values. This was the resolution of his unconventional rise, a testament to his bold choices. Following Dune, Chalamet continued to surprise with his choices, taking on the titular role in the musical fantasy Wonka. This was a playful, charming turn, a stark departure from the intense dramas he was known for. It demonstrated his range and willingness to explore different genres, further expanding his appeal while still working with acclaimed director Paul King. Wonka proved that Chalamet wasn't just confined to serious roles or blockbusters, he could embrace lighter fare, proving his versatility and adding another layer to his already diverse filmography. Today, Timothée Chalamet stands at a unique crossroads in Hollywood. He is a proven box office star, yet he retains the artistic credibility of an indie darling. His filmography is a testament to his deliberate strategy, prioritizing visionary directors and challenging roles over guaranteed commercial success. He has shown that introversion and ambition are not mutually exclusive, and that a thoughtful, unconventional path can lead to enduring stardom. The question now is how he will continue to balance these two worlds, ensuring his career remains as artistically fulfilling as it is commercially viable. Timothée Chalamet has redefined what it means to be a leading man in the 21st century. He eschewed the traditional paths, carving out a space for himself through vulnerability, intentional choices, and a profound respect for the craft. His success isn't just about talent, it's about ambition, the ambition to be an artist first, a star second. His story is an inspiring blueprint for aspiring actors and filmmakers, a reminder that authenticity, coupled with strategic artistic choices, can indeed lead to an unconventional, yet extraordinary, rise to the pinnacle of Hollywood.